Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. If you follow basketball, you know Chilltown Hoops.
So this is really good right here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world. Y'all know what time it is when y'all see me. It is Chilltown Hoops. This is what we do around here. We talk pro basketball. It is the off season, but it's never the off season here. Never. So, with that being said, let's get some particulars out the way. I dig the fact that Cooper Flagg played in the summer league. I dig the fact that Dylan Harper has played. I would have liked to have seen some of these other guys play in the summer league a little bit more. I like what I saw from Trey Johnson. He's probably of all the guys that I've seen in the summer league, he was the guy that I was looking forward to the most, because I already had an idea, because I had already seen Cooper Flagg last summer playing with the Olympic team at 17 years old, right? And he looked fantastic with them. So the question wasn't, is this game going to translate? I already felt like that anyway. But when I saw Trey Johnson, I was thinking to myself, this guy here, man, this is going to be something I think that's going to be really good. And I'm really looking forward to it. So I would like to see these guys, these second-year guys, to be quite honest with you, even some of these third-year guys, I think that they could use a game or two in the summer league. And the reason why I feel like that is because when I think about who they're playing against, number one, which is very good competition. Number two, who they're playing with, that's within the organization. And I can keep within the organization what I got going on. I can keep an understanding of what they want me to do, where they want me to be, what they're expecting of me. And that's solely what I'm working on, as opposed to I'm just playing pickup. Right? So I can play, because I'm gonna get work in the summertime regardless. Whether I play pickup in whatever town I'm in, or whether I play, it really doesn't make a difference, right? I don't think it makes a difference at all. It's just when I'm playing for the Miami Heat, and I got a better idea of what it is that they want me to do. And don't get me wrong, guys like Khalil Ware, yeah, I can understand the professionalism conversation, because he probably was big time in them dudes. Like, why am I playing in the summer league? I was awesome last year. He probably was looking at the summer league like, this is beneath me. When in reality, it's not. When in reality, it's actually what you should be doing, right? So I'm all for these guys playing in the summer league, and I'm all for these guys getting some reps and walking away from it, getting a better idea of what it is that they need to do while playing with their organization. Spo is there in the summertime. Spo is actually in Vegas while the Miami Heat Summer League team is there, and he's giving Khalil Ware an idea of, all right, this is what we need you to do, big fella. This is where we need you to be. This is what we need you to do, and this is where we need you to be while you're doing it. So I think it's a good thing. I love what I saw from Cooper Flagg. To be honest with you, I think the shot selection, in addition to the shot selection, I think the athleticism is gonna definitely translate. I love that about him. The kid Trey Johnson is the guy that I'm the most impressed with, and the reason why is because there is no misunderstanding about what Trey Johnson's game is. None. There is no misunderstanding about what I know and I don't know how to do. I'm a bucket getter. Let's get to the bottom of that right now. I'm a bucket getter. That's what I do. I get buckets. So if I know anything about bucket getters take bad shots from time to time. That's just part of being a bucket getter. But the thing that I noticed about Trey Johnson is he plays exactly where he's the best. He knows that my game is at the long ball line. My game is at the break offensively. I'm really good coming off screens. I'm really good coming off pin downs. You can find me in transition. I'm running right to the break, or I'm stopping and popping. And then when I'm running, when I'm running out in the break, I'm really good at finishing at the rim, which I love that about him. So with that being said, he's very much comfortable with who he is as a player. I love that about him. I 100% love that about him. What I don't love is I don't love this LeBron James conversation. I really don't. And the reason why I don't love it is because I do understand, where the masses are. And there's some people that's, there's some people that's ready to move on from James. I get it. It's some people that's ready to move on from James. James been around for. There's some people that are ready to move on from James because James being around for as long as he's been around, it gets not tiresome, but it just becomes a situation where, all right, what's next? Right? What's next? And with that being said, that doesn't negate what James has done. And there's still people, let's be clear about this. There's 100% people who will never accept James as a real Laker. Just like there's people who will never accept Alex Rodriguez as a legit Yankee. Alex Rodriguez, I think he played 7 years with the Yankees, 7 or 8 years with the Yankees. And there's people who will just never accept Alex Rodriguez as a Yankee. And then there's people who will never accept James as a Laker. Same reason why it's people who feel the way they do about Bryant when it comes to Jordan. So Jordan was Jordan, and he still was awesome. Bryant is coming back. Bryant is coming into the league telling everybody, I'm going to be better than him. Coming into the league telling everybody he was going to be better than him. And it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. So then Bryant leaves the Lakers. And with Bryant leaving the Lakers, James transitions over to the Lakers. And there was always this budding rivalry between James and Bryant. I wasn't really one who thought it was like that, but there's some people who thought that there was this budding rivalry there. I never thought that was the case. I always felt like James was better than him. With that being said, he comes in right after Bryant, and then it doesn't help that Bryant meets an early demise. That made it even worse because now he ain't even around no more, right? So it's bad enough James comes in behind Bryant and is now the next iteration of Laker great and wins, but now Bryant ain't around no more, so people are talking about him in a different way. So, with that being said, right? With that being said, I think this is a lot of smoke and mirrors. I know that there's some people that want to see James gone and want to see James out of a Laker uniform, and I don't blame you. But I don't think that he's getting traded more than he's just wrapping up his time with the Lakers and he's going to retire. I don't think he's going to get traded, even though there was some interesting trade packages. Like even though there was some interesting trade packages with James in Cleveland, for example. I heard one that was it was James to Cleveland for Jared Allen, Hunter, and Dwyane Wade. And I'm thinking to myself, I mean, you never really get back what you given when it comes to when it comes to a superstar. You're never really getting back what you're getting. You never really getting back what you're giving. I mean, so with that being said, are you going to ever get back what you're giving when it comes to James from a star power standpoint? He's still a top 10 player in the game, I think. And if you don't think so, he's still arguably a top 10 player in the game. And he's still, I think, viable on a team trying to win a championship. I think here's the problem. The problem is Cleveland, their money situation is a little bit different. So they're going to enter the second apron this season. Now, they're not a repeat offender of the second apron, but they're going to enter the second apron. And with them entering the second apron, they may be looking to dump some salary, but adding James to that, right? Adding James $53 million on top of Donovan Mitchell's money. That's going to cause problems for them in terms of money. I don't, in a market like Cleveland, which, I mean, they already pay, right? They already pay a hellified tax as it is in the state of Ohio. Ohio, if I'm not mistaken, Ohio, I mean, they got a tax of like 35, almost 40% in the state of Ohio. With that being said, right? With that being said, I just don't see James going back there. And the reason why I don't see him going back there is because what he's built in Los Angeles. I know he wants to still compete for championships, and I think if I'm being honest, I think that they still want to compete for championships in Los Angeles, and they want to do it with Luka, right? They want to do it with Luka. I'm already on record saying that James winning NBA championships, I think those days are over because I don't think he knows. What's up, Iron Man? I don't think he knows how to be the man. I don't think he knows how not to be the man. Now, I think he can. I think he can play with Luka, but he's so used to being the man, right? He's so used to being the man that now handing over those reins late in the season and in the playoffs is almost an impossible task for him. I mean, when was the best time? He was trying to do it with Anthony Davis. He just couldn't do it. And it wasn't like Anthony Davis wasn't trying to take over. He just got beat up. And they had some unfortunate luck with him being hurt. With that being said, though, I can say that he's used to being the guy, right? He's used to being the man. It's like being a lead singer. Now, all of a sudden, because I've gotten older, you know, you got this young cat that comes into the group, and now we writing the songs for him. Which it's not like I've never sing. It's not like I never sang background before, but I'm used to being at the forefront. I'm used to being on the mic, and I really don't know how to be a background singer full time. I don't know how to do that. Right? I really don't know how to do that full time. It's not that I don't know how to take a step back and let Luka be Luka. Right? I'm not saying that at all because I do think that he knows how to take a step back and let Luka be Luka. But he's been in the championship so much and he's been around it so much that he's used to just being that. It was different with Jabbar because Jabbar's skill level, I mean, not his skill level, Jabbar's athleticism started to wane and he wasn't what he used to be. So because he wasn't what he used to be, it wasn't that difficult for him to take a back seat to Magic. It wasn't that difficult for him to take a back seat to James Worthy because, we got some dogs here. We got some ballers here. And I'm in good hands taking back seats to these dudes. Plus, on top of that, my game is starting to wane. I'm not as good as I used to be. Problem is, James still, he's still a top 10 player in the game. He's still making the all-pro team. That wasn't going on with Jabbar in 1988. In 1989. That wasn't going on with him. He wasn't doing that anymore. They were running the offense consistently through him. So, like a Karl Malone situation, you may be looking at a time where, all right, we've done everything that we can do. We may have to move on from him. I don't see him getting traded. I think he retires first before he gets traded. And the idea of him going back to Cleveland when he's been in Los Angeles for 8 years, he's set up in Los Angeles, his kids are there, his wife's there, everything that in his business is there. Cleveland is basically the vacation home. Like he comes to Cleveland, even though it's home, he comes to Cleveland to vacation. All his business is in Los Angeles. And now I got to go back there to Cleveland to work again? Nah. I don't see it happening. But what I can say is, right? What I can say is James moving forward, like it's coming to an end. It is. And I know that there's a lot of people who don't want to hear that, but it's coming to an end. Now, as far as other as far as other as far as other players moving on, I mean, I'm on record saying it. I love Bradley Beal in Milwaukee. I don't like Bradley Beal in Milwaukee. I love Bradley Beal in Milwaukee, and the reason why I love Bradley Beal in Milwaukee is off the strength that we forget how good Bradley Beal is as a player. We forgot that. Like when he was in Phoenix, what ended up happening was he had to play behind Devin Booker. In addition to him playing behind Devin Booker, he had to play behind Kevin Durant. Still was awesome, right? Still was awesome, but the downside was he had back injuries, so people just completely wrote him off. With people writing him off, they forgot that he's one of the best two guards in the game. We were having a real conversation at one point about him being the best two guard in the game. And even with a back injury and playing the third guy in Phoenix, he still, when he played, was 17, 18 a game. So if I can be healthy enough to give you, 65, 70 games, if I could do that and play with Giannis and play with Miles Turner, I have an opportunity to compete, like logistically compete for an NBA championship, considering what the Eastern Conference looks like. And I'm not saying that the East is what it was when James was running around in the 2000s. Nah, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the East, I think, is extremely competitive. I don't think the East is whack. But the fact that Jason Tatum went down, and I'm going to get to him in a little bit, but the fact that Jason Tatum went down, the fact that Miles Turner is no longer in Indiana, the fact that Tyrese Halliburton went down, the fact that Damian Lillard is on the shelf, the door to the Eastern Conference Championship, the door to the NBA Finals in the East flew wide open. It just flew wide open. Now, I'm in the minority. I think Cleveland's winning the NBA championship next year. I think that they got some toughness issues that can get solved over the summer. I think that they got some in-house stuff that can get solved over the summer. But as far as basketball, I think that they have everything necessary in order for them to win the NBA championship. Same way I felt about Boston in 2024. Same way I looked at Oklahoma City last year. I think the Cavs have everything necessary in order to win the NBA championship. We just got a toughness issue that we have to shore up. That's it. We got a toughness issue that we have to shore up. Now, there's some people who will tell me that James to Cleveland would solve that toughness issue. Well, it depends on what you're able to keep in order to make this happen. Because what I don't want to do is, I'm not interested. I'm very much like what's going on in Houston. I ain't interested in parting with Darius Garland. I ain't interested in parting with Donovan Mitchell. I ain't interested in parting with Evan Mobley. And I'm really not interested in parting with Jared Allen. But I get it if you do deal him. But those three guys, like the Houston Rockets, to trade for Kevin Durant and still be able to keep Sengun, Jabari Smith, Tari Eason, and Amin Thompson, to be able to keep those four guys still, man, that's a big deal. So if you are trading James back to Cleveland, if you Cleveland, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Donovan Mitchell, them dudes are not available. They're not. Nope. They are not available. Take those dudes off the table. I'm not interested in moving off of none of them dudes. Nope. Now, if you want to talk about Jared Allen, I'm reluctant to do that, but we can have a conversation about it. If you want to talk about Wade, who I think Wade comes off the books after this year, so I don't think Wade is even still on the books. They end up losing Ty Jerome, which is another thing. What up, yo? What up, Kane? The thing that they got to show that bench back up. That's why I'm not really interested in moving off of I'm not interested in moving off of DeAndre Hunter. I'm not interested in moving off him. I think he was one of the best rotation players in the game. I don't want to move off of him. I'm not interested in moving off of him. But if I'm adding James, those three guys, Mobley, Mitchell, Darius Garland, those three guys are unavailable for James. Not at this stage of his career. Those three guys are, because again, with the current unit that I have, with what I have currently, I ended up losing Ty Jerome, but I brought back most of what I had. And with losing Ty Jerome, but this is what I'm thinking, right? Excuse me, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking losing Karis LeVert, keeping DeAndre Hunter, keeping Sam Merrill, Dean Wade, Mobley, Max Strus. I just don't think that this crew is that far away. Now, if Max Strus had to get involved in this deal to get James, I would be comfortable moving off of Max Strus. I that wouldn't bother me at all. I would be comfortable moving off of him. But those three guys, Mobley, Darius Garland, Mitchell, those three guys are untouchable. So don't ask me for them. So Teddy Hart has a super chat. He says Bron should do a buyout, taking a little less than what he's owed, then sign a 1+1. Why waste your last 2 years on a team planning for the future in a conference where there's no realistic chance to contend right now? Well, here's the thing. The reason why they bagged the reason why they bagged DeAndre Ayton is because they think that there's a chance to compete in the Western Conference. Right? That's the reason why they bagged DeAndre Ayton, because they shored up a problem that we had. We don't have that problem no more. We got a big man now. Okay, so we got a big man. In addition to us having a big man, we have our lead guard in Luka. James is still one of the best players in the league, still today. In addition to him, Austin Reeves and Rui are still awesome. With that being said, you add Jake LaRavia, one of the better swingmen in the game, which I liked. I liked him in Sacramento. This team doesn't jump off the screen for me, but I mean, I think that they're right in the middle of it, especially considering what Luka's going to be next year, especially considering DeAndre Ayton. You got him on the cheap. I'm down for this with this team. Yes, I'm down for this. I think the problem that we have with a lot of fans is they look at these teams and, like, if you don't have a bomb squad, like, you can't contend for the NBA championship no more. That's why these Warrior fans are so thirsty to get Giannis. Like, them days are over. The Indiana Pacers proved that. Those days are over. We don't need a bomb squad to get back to we don't need a bomb squad to get to the championship. And we don't need a bomb squad to win it neither. We don't need a crew. We don't need a crew with a bunch of Giannis's and Currys and Klay Thompsons and Draymonds. We don't need that. We just need a style of play that's conducive to winning. And we need to fill the roster with players that play that style. And I think that with what's going on with Indiana, if Tyrese Halliburton not gotten injured, and if they were able to hold on to Miles Turner, I think they would have been right back in the middle of it in the Eastern Conference. Right back in the middle of it. Which would explain why the Celtics are having this gap year. And with the Celtics having this gap year, Jason Tatum is campaigning for Damian Lillard to come to Boston. I really ain't feeling it. I'm not. And the reason why I'm not feeling it, because Damian Lillard is a rental. When he comes back, he'll be 36 years old. I think we can go younger. I think we can get younger, and I think we can do something else. That's not to say that Dame can't still play. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying, though, is I think we can do better than Damian Lillard in free agency and in the draft. That's not because, again, he's going to be 36 years old, coming off an Achilles tear. Jason Tatum's going to be 27 years old, going on 28, coming off an Achilles tear, much younger, window still wide open. Damian Lillard, that window is a lot closer. Still got Jaylen Brown, still got Derek White, Still got Jason Tatum. I'm more apt to build this unit around something like that than the quote unquote bomb squad. Yo, them days are over. Oh, those days are over. I think that we live in an NBA. I think we live in an NBA today where, like what's going on with Indiana, we don't need a bomb squad. We don't need a bomb squad more than we need players to play a style of ball that wins. We don't need Giannis and Curry, and Jimmy Butler and Draymond. We don't need them dudes to do that. No, Indiana already proved that. We don't need those guys to do that. We just need we need a style of ball to be played that's conducive to winning, playing fast, ball movement, getting the ball off the glass and going with it, gang rebounding, being connected as a team defensively. But I think that a lot of people only look at the name value. We got Giannis, got Curry. In addition to having Giannis and Curry, we got Jimmy Butler and we got Dre. So, okay, that doesn't mean that we're going to be connected like Indiana was. That doesn't mean that we're going to be connected like Oklahoma City was with that group. And a lot of those names aren't household names. If you look at that group, a lot of those names are not names that you're writing home about. You are today, but a year ago, 2 years ago, you weren't doing that. It's the style of ball that they play that makes them so much better. And it allows guys like SGA to blossom. It allows guys like J-Dub to blossom. Well, when I'm playing with Giannis and Jimmy Butler and Curry, well, we kind of stepping on each other. And we've seen that, when you have bomb squads that's manufactured, initially it doesn't work. That's not to say that it's not going to work later on, but we don't have that kind of time in a place like San Francisco. We don't. We do not. We do not have that kind of time. We need players who work for what we're doing, and we're going to continue to build with these guys, especially if we can get them on the cheap. Like Giannis ain't cheap, but you know who was cheap? Mathurin was cheap. Nembhard was cheap. Neesmith was cheap. Isaiah Jackson was cheap. I mean, these are the guys that I'm thinking about. Obi Toppin was cheap. I think, if I'm not mistaken, and you guys can fact check this and straighten me out, but I'm pretty confident that Indiana was at the bottom, not at the bottom of the league, but they were right outside the bottom 10 in payroll. I want to say they were 17th, something like that. So when you could get guys on the cheap, it works. Excuse me, it 100% works. So I'm not saying that I'm not saying that you still can't win with great players. I'm not saying that at all. That's the last thing that I'm saying. What I am saying is the days of James, Wade, Bosh, Shane Battier, Ray Allen, like them days over. Steph, Clay, Dre, KD, Andre Iguodala, them days are over. No way are with the way that the collective bargaining agreement is, no way are you still going to be able to maintain that. I'm on record saying that with James being in Los Angeles, they are campaigning for the future. They 100% are doing that. But in the process of them doing that, they still trying to win right now. I thought that when they traded for Luka, I thought that this Laker experiment, I thought that this was 36 months. We're still in those 36 months. We're still in that year and a half. I think this year is probably the final year of this. Like if they're not close this year, I think they scrap this thing. I do. I think that they scrap this thing and they start over. And when I say start over, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers literally cleaned house. and started over. I wouldn't, and I wouldn't be objective to starting over with Luka. I wouldn't be. I would not be objective to starting over with Luka. No, I wouldn't be. And the reason why I wouldn't be objective to starting over with Luka, because Luka is a franchise player. Luka is a guy that you take, and Luka is a guy that you 100% can build your unit around. Now, you got to have the right pieces, kind of like what's going on in Dallas, where you got the defensive big, and you got guys like Najee Marshall and Klay Thompson, guys on the wing who will defend, who can help him and protect him, as opposed to what's going on with the Lakers, where, you know, it's him and Austin Reeves and James. Like, we're not winning. Like, what we're not doing is we're not winning with like that lineup that they had against Minnesota. We ain't winning with that lineup. No. We're not. Luka at the 1, Austin Reeves at the 2, DFS at the 3, Rui at the 4, and James at the 5. We're not winning with that unit. We're not. We are not winning with that unit. No, we're not. Now, if you take Austin Reeves and Rui in the backcourt, and you put James, or you put James, Rui, and DeAndre Hunter. Well, now I got a rim protector. Now I got a rebounder. Now I got somebody who can stop plays. Now, is DeAndre Ayton a All-NBA performer? I'm not going that far. I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. But what I am saying, though, is a hole has been filled. But I want to hear from you guys, though. I do. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. I'm really interested. What up?
What up, Chill?
Brother?
Am I good?
Hot.
To the point of the title, man, I came in a little late, so I didn't hear too much of your opinion. But I do think Bron will play this season out with the Lakers.
I think so, too.
I don't think the smoke has been this much since he's been a Laker. I don't think the relationship between him and the Lakers has been this smoky in a while. So I do think after this season, he will explore his options in free agency. I don't think he gives the Lakers that farewell tour, in my opinion. I don't know where he goes. That's up to everyone else to decide. I think he goes to Cleveland and gives them that ultimate glue guy role player that he is at this stage. I don't know how that works transactionally, but I do think that he gets up out of there. I do believe him when he says that he wasn't notified about like the whole Luka thing, the Ayton signing.
I believe that too. I believe that he didn't know anything about Luka getting traded.
So I think the relationship had just reached a boiling point, in my opinion. And I think it's good for both sides. What do you think?
With that, with what you just said. So next year, this season coming up, we're going into year 8. Then, like, this is not James in year 2 or year 3 with the Lakers. We're getting close to a decade with him being in Los Angeles.
Longest stint with one team in a row, like years in a row, right?
100%. Like, he only played in Cleveland for 7 years. That was it. Yep. And then he came back.
In a row, yep.
Right. Then he came back and he played 4 more years. But like, we're going into year 8 with him in Los Angeles. With that being said, I feel like with where he is in his career, I mean, to your point, I mean, going into next year, he's turning 42.
Yep.
Not this season coming up. He'll be 41 in December. After this season that you're talking about, next year in the 26-27 season, he's turning 42. Like, what kind of value is James going to have at close to 42 years old?
Yeah,
he's not
but initially,
be the same player. I think what the biggest problem that we have is that he's still awesome.
elite.
That's the problem that we have in Benny, that he's still awesome.
Yep.
And I think that one of two things is going to happen here. It's kind of like,
let me know what you think.
I think it's kind of like with Brady. Not Brady. I'm going to take Brady out of it because I think Brady was an anomaly. I'm thinking guys like Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees. I think that James, I don't think that he's going to slowly decline because he's already declined.
Yeah. 24 a game, I think, this past season. Lowest average.
20. So it's obvious that we're going the other way now. Right?
Still elite, though. Still elite. Let's not leave that out. We already said that.
Second team All-Pro. What are we doing? At 40 years old, second team All. I'm arguably still a top 10 player in the game. Vinny, I couldn't say that about Jabbar. I couldn't. what I'm saying though is I think one of two things is going to happen. I think that James respects the game too much to not be able to do what he used to do at a high enough level to stay in the game and cheat the game. I think he bows out. Either that or Mother Nature just says, you know what, yo, it's time for you to go.
Yeah.
And then his body just breaks down. You can take care of your body for so long. At some point, we got to wrap this up. Like,
so do you,
it's
go
not,
ahead.
It's not realistic to think that this dude is going to play forever. He's going to have to quit at some point.
I'm with you. But do you think the Lakers will be the last jersey he wears, or where are you at with it?
I do. I don't think that he puts on another jersey. I think he retires in Los Angeles. I do. Because if that was the case, the reason why I'm thinking that, because if that was the case, then why? Because I don't think he turns into a journeyman. I think that looks
nah.
Like we talk about him, going from this team to that team. If you think about it, he only played for 3 teams, and he's got a ridiculous stint with these teams.
Exactly.
He played for Cleveland 11 seasons. He only played in Miami for 4 years. That's it. That's it. So in the last 20 years, right, and over the last 22 years, 11 of them years was in Cleveland, 4 was in Miami, 8 were in Los Angeles. This year we got coming up. That's number 8. I can't see him bouncing around from team to team just to chase a championship. No, I don't see that. One or two things happens. I think he either bows out gracefully or Mother Nature pushes him out of the game.
Yeah, one more thing though, Chill, before we get out of here. Family got to get into it at the dinner table sometimes. I seen a clip, Chill. I had to come to you. I'm big on the history of the game myself. I'm familiar with Moses' career and when Moses was at the peak of his powers.
Yeah.
Chill. He was never Steph Curry in 2016 or Jokic this past season. I don't think so.
With that
Ain't no way.
And with that being said,
what you think?
I don't think that he was as good. I don't think that he was better than Curry, but I think that at the peak of Moses Malone's power, I mean, we talking about arguably the best 5 men in the game during the big man era when Jabbar was running around, when Robert Parrish was running around, when guys like that were running around, like he was the best 5 man in the game. So
no debate.
I think about in 81 with everything that he was doing, he wasn't much of a passer, very much a black hole in that aspect. They ran the offense through him. But with that being said, glass cleaner, bucket getter, really affected the game, gave his team second chance opportunities to score, gave himself second chance opportunities to score, was a really good defender in the post and at the rim. I think that there's I made the argument for him in 1981.
Yep,
between 1981 between 1981 and 1983, those 3 years, the 80-81 season to the 82-83, those 3 seasons.
And Moses was awesome. That was the peak of it.
I mean, he won the league MVP twice in 3 years. In the process, I'm sorry, he won the league MVP twice in 3 years.
Yep, you're
at
right.
that time. And in the process of him winning it twice in 3 years, they won the NBA championship, and he was incredible. Right? He was incredible. And there was real conversation about him being the best big man in the game. When Jabbar was even though on the other side, he still was awesome. So, I mean, I don't think that he was better than Curry, but I think that there's a conversation to be had.
Yeah, because I know how you feel about the unanimous season with Steph Curry and how awesome you think that was, even though you think Kawhi Leonard had a case, But
I'm gonna my grave with that, Benny. You can't talk me off that hill, brother.
Hey, you crazy. You crazy for that. Come on, man.
That hill, man.
Steph was crazy. That was unanimous.
I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that he wasn't awesome, because what he did that year was otherworldly.
It was different. It was different for sure.
When I think about the league MVP and what you contributed to your unit and how important you were to your unit.
Yep.
Just so you know, that year in the 15-16 season, the Spurs have never won more games than that.
Oh, yeah, I know. That was serious, man. That year was serious. The Spurs, people thought the Spurs could really take out the Warriors. I mean, Kawhi was – people think that was the best of Kawhi, but, hey, good to talk to you, Trill. Everyone who don't know about Moses, go tune in.
Mm-hmm. He was awesome.
I'm going to catch you, Trill.
Good to talk to you, brother. What up?
Oh.
Yo.
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 You hear me?
Yep, you hot.
Hey, so
who you got, breaking out this year in the NBA season that you're seeing right now?
Who do I
Like,
have breaking out this year? I'm on record saying I think Josh Giddy is winning the MVP, the most improved player. Don't be surprised, and I got a lot of pushback from this. Don't be surprised if you saw an 18-9-8 season from Josh Giddy this season. Don't be surprised if you saw close to a triple-double season. I don't think the Bulls are going to be that good, but don't be surprised if you saw like close to a triple-double season with Josh Giddy this year. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw 18-9-8, 18-9-9. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw that from him this season. Yep. What up?
Yo, chill. What's good,
what up?
man?
What up?
How you doing, man?
What's going on, brother?
All right. So, you probably don't remember this because this was last year, but you remember when we were talking about the Cavs, and then I mentioned freaking Isaac Okoro. God, that was probably one of my worst takes of last year. That was terrible. I thought Isaac Okoro was gonna be like an MIP. Oh man, that was so nasty.
You ever have that chick where it's just not working out? Like,
yeah,
she ain't whack, right? It's not like she corny. It's not like she sucks. It's not like y'all arguing all the time. It's just not working out between y'all two.
Yeah,
that's how I feel with Isaac Okoro. Like, it wasn't like he didn't get better.
Exactly.
He got better. He shot the long ball better. He got better as a defender. It just wasn't working out.
Yeah,
right?
it just wasn't working out.
It just wasn't working. It just didn't work. So we had to step off of him.
Yeah, but chill. I've been looking at summer leagues and stuff like that, and oh my god, Carter Bryant. Oh my god, I'm in love. Like I'm in love. I love me watching some Carter Bryant because I remember there was a specific play. You probably, because I'm assuming you watched all the Spurs summer league games so far. It was in the second quarter against Philly, and there was a play where like he had cut in between a pick and roll and knocked the ball, and the dude went back and grabbed it, and then the dude, he was going to the paint, and Carter Bryant got caught in the pick and roll, but he literally ran back, and his recovery from that was unbelievable.
The thing about him is he's one of those. I believe in the words of the great Marlo Stanfield's "Paws on a puppy." It's like you could see like, yo, this pup's gonna be big.
Yeah.
This pup is gonna be something, and that's what I think about with Carter Bryant. First of all, he's in places that he's supposed to be in, but he doesn't know what to do while he's there.
Right.
But he's there, which is great. And the reason why that's great is because we can teach you why you're there. And we can teach you what to do when you're there. Because instinctively, like, he's in these spaces and, okay, I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing here, but I'm just here. Okay, that's great because that's effort, right? That's motor. You can't teach that.
Not at all.
You cannot teach that.
No.
And on top of that, he's a competitor, which I love that about him. Watching him on defense, like, if you're going to kick my ass, you're going to kick my ass all night. You're not just going to kick my ass for a play or two. No, you're going to have to kick my ass for 15 rounds.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to stop coming back.
Yeah, and that's what I love about defenders. I like there are just certain, like, Draymond type defenders where they'll get hit with one blow, but they'll always come back and make sure they get theirs back, right?
Yep.
Like, that is what I love to see in defenders. And that, oh man, I can't wait to watch him play. I think, Chill, this might be a bit of a hot take, but is it crazy if I say he might make it all defensive team?
I mean, there was people who thought Amin Thompson should have been an all-league defender as his rookie season.
Oh, and I agree with him. I agree with him. He definitely should.
That he should have been an all-league defender. So I don't think it's ridiculous to think that, right? I think that guys like Carter Bryant, I equate them to guys like Drew Holiday, where coaches, they see these guys, and no matter who else they got on the crew, they 86 Carter Bryant because he's playing. I got to figure out the run for the rest of these dudes because that dude's going to get on the floor. I don't know what I'm going to do with him yet. I don't know how I'm going to use him yet.
But he has to be out there.
I got to play him. I don't
You
know
have
where
to.
I'm gonna play him at, but I gotta play him. And
Yeah.
that's who Carter Bryant is for me. I love everything about him.
All right. I was gonna say, do I got one more, or do you
One
gotta
more. What
keep
you
pushing?
got?
All right, one more. Wait, can I ask anything football related, or are we just keeping it basketball?
What you got?
Hey, man. Hey, I'm just asking. What do you think your Niners gonna do this year, man?
I think we can win 10 games.
10 games?
Yeah, I think we can win 10 games.
I would need to look back at your schedule. But anyway, it's always good to talk to you, my man.
Absolutely, brother. Good to talk to you. I think we can win 10 games. It's gonna be hard, but I do think that we can win 10 games, and I think we can make some noise in the playoffs. We'll see what happens. What up?
What up?
What up?
What up? What's going on? You get me?
Yup, you hot?
You get me?
Yup.
Yo, you get me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yo. I finally landed in I'm official resident of Texas now.
Are you
Yeah.
a resident or a visitor? Because you ain't there yet.
I'm a resident. I'm a resident. I'm a resident. I just
have you gotten mail at the house yet?
yeah. I got my first piece of mail
Okay, so
in
now I'm official then. All right.
Yeah, I'm official now. Yeah, man.
Because when you ain't getting
celebrating.
mail yet, right? When you're not getting mail, I mean, you just a visitor. But when you getting mail at the house, when you getting mail at the house, that mean I live here.
Yeah.
That's where I live. So all right, I can get
Oh,
what up?
Yeah. I got some mail and everything, man. It's been good here. I've been here since Friday. It's a lot of land out here, man. It's a lot of fresh air, a lot of. It's not New York. I could tell you that for sure, man.
Clean
I've been in
air
Brooklyn.
too. Clean
Yes.
air.
Yeah. Yeah. Like 30 years, man. I've been in Brooklyn, but I was with my girlfriend celebrating her birthday today, so
Happy birthday,
everything was
honey.
good, man.
Happy birthday, honey dip. That's what's
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, she on the phone. She said happy birthday, baby.
Happy birthday.
Nah, but I mean, as far as the topic goes, you already know I could give two damns about LeBron James and where he's going.
It ain't just him, Lee. That's the thing, Loli. It's not just him. It's all of them 2010 dudes. He's just a byproduct of the 2010 dudes. Let's be honest.
I repeatedly tell you that, but the thing is like the more and more and more they try to suck up the air and the oxygen in the room, the more and more I get pissed off. And the more and more they do that, and the more you co-sign and try to uplift these dudes to some status that they can't pull off no more. This is the more I get frustrated with you because you're supposed to know better. You're supposed to know better.
Why you still do? Why you still here? What are you still doing?
Why are you still here, bro? You graduated like 5 years ago.
There's no reason.
And you still on campus.
No reason.
There's no reason, bro. Like, no. So, no, I don't think he's getting traded, man. This is just a farce. This is just a farce, man, because he's not getting what he wants and whatever. But I don't think the Lakers give a damn what he wants anymore. They sold the team. I mean, the Bus family is tired of dealing with him. Everybody's tired of dealing with this dude. He needs to go. You need to get out, bro. Like, it's time, bro. 22 years is long enough. Are we tired of you eating up money? We tired of Chris Paul getting paid. We tired of Kevin Durant keep going from team to team and keep getting what he wants. We tired of James Harden keep signing deals and don't do nothing in the postseason. I'm sick of it. Get these dudes out.
Don't forget the light skinned dude in the Bay. Don't forget him.
Yeah. Steph, like,
Don't forget the
come
light
on,
skinned
man.
dude in the Bay.
Yeah, but the one thing I can say about Steph is that they've rolled that train. Steve Kerr has rolled the train long enough, and now the train can't ride anymore. You're not winning the way you used to win anymore, and you're not dominating. So you basically just taking up the air in the room. SGA has done something that hasn't been done since your cousin in 2000. Let it go. You are not them anymore. You are not where they are anymore. These dudes are having individual seasons that trump anything that you've done in your career. Goodbye. Get out. But I do want to talk about the summer league because I just caught up with it. Carter Bryant, man. Oh my goodness, man. This kid is all over the place, man. That's the one thing you can't teach is effort and motor. I
I
could
love
tell
that.
you that for sure. Yeah, you can't teach that for sure.
You guys would love him up in Brooklyn. Y'all would love him in Brooklyn. He'd be perfect for what y'all doing up there.
But you know, hold up. Hold up. We would, but the thing is, we need a whole team. Period. So we ain't really have room
Well,
to pick him at 8.
y'all building something up there, though. That's the thing. That's why I think about, like, when I talk to Mars about, handing over the kid Topich the next year, getting the
You with
next year
this
getting.
stupid shit. Oh my god.
Leaf, I'm telling you, when this dude turns into what I think he's gonna turn into, you just remember I said it. That's all I gotta
Hey,
say about that.
listen. A year ago, I wanted Topich. Now I got 3-point guards. I got Saraf, I got Nolan, and I got Yegor. Yegor,
Who looks good,
um,
by the way? Who looks really good? Yes, he does. Who looks
I
really
would I
good?
would I would venture to say that Nolan is probably has the more NBA ability to me. I think Yegor is probably going to be a little bit more of a work in progress. I
Mhm.
think Danny Wolf is incredible. I think Danny Wolf is absolutely incredible. We
Stole
didn't
him,
get a
by the
chance
way.
to see. Yeah, we
Stole
did
him.
Stolen. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. We didn't get a chance to see Drake Powell. I think Drake Powell is everything that Carter Bryant is, or at least for what I heard. So, like in terms of motor, in terms of athleticism, and in terms of his 3-and-D prowess, man. But he got injured. But I like the summer league so far, man. But I think the steal of the draft, and I'm gonna say this before I get out of here. The kid, the Asian kid that was sitting there, 2 seats down from Breeze at the draft. The what's that kid name? That went to Portland. Yang.
Yo, Yang Hansen.
Yeah. I think that might be the steal of the draft. The
He could very
Portland
well be. He
the
could very
Portland
well be.
Trail, you know what the Portland Trailblazers did? They wiretapped our phones, found out that we was gonna pick them, and then they said, you know what, man, let's wiretap it, man. Like, and then who else came through? His agent, Rich Paul, he came through and backdoored and everything, man. Just like the everybody in LeBron circles do, and that's how he got hit because he would have been ours at 19, and a lot of people don't even know it but me. But like, here's the thing. But I do agree with you about Giddy possibly winning MIP. I see 20. You see 18 8-8. I see 21 9-8.
I
I
think that's
see
an all
about
pro,
20
to be honest
21
with you.
20.
If he's
It could
21,
be.
if he's 21 9-8, I dare you to keep him off the all pro team. I dare you to do that.
It depends on the 15 dudes that's in front. Like, that's what it really depends on.
It's good
So
because I
but I
because I see that 21 that you talking about, those numbers that you're talking about with Josh Giddy, they're gonna look way different than they would do like LaMelo Ball. Way different.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Way
yeah,
different.
definitely. But yeah, I appreciate the Nikola Topic. You trying to send him over here, man. But we ain't
Yeah,
no need for it, man. We done.
I can
Give
dig
me
it.
Zach Edey, somebody, man. Don't give me him. I need a big. But
Good to talk to you,
appreciate
Leaf.
you, man. I'm
Yes,
enjoying
sir.
Texas, man. Oh yeah, he said happy birthday, by the way,
Happy
baby. Yeah,
birthday.
yeah. He said
Yep.
thank you. All right, man. Later.
Yep. You know where to find me at. You.
Yo, real quick, man. First of all, let us show. I'm gonna get into the question first, and then I'm say what I was gonna say.
Yep.
What you think? What you think LeBron's Swan Song should be? Like, how do you think he should lead the NBA? And not necessarily lead the NBA, but as a player. I think he never leaves the NBA. I think he becomes a GM or owner or something. He never leaves the NBA. But
As a
what's
player, as a player,
right?
I think he walks into this. I think he walks into the sunset after his final season with the Lakers. I mean, I don't think he makes a big to do about it. I do think he'll inform them that, this is my last season. I think he's gonna tell them about it, but I think his swan song would be just him playing for the Lakers 10 years. Like this season, I mean, like the 25-26 season and the 26-27 season, and then wrapping it up. That's what I
Okay.
think the swan song is.
And I'm gonna ask you, how you like my Swan Song for LeBron? It's him going to getting traded to the team where his next son come to the NBA. Is get drafted. He played for them one season, and then he not a player no more.
Cleveland would do that too, by the way. I think
Think
Cleveland would
think
do
so?
that. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Cleveland would do that.
Oh,
But
I see. What
but
start the
but
way he started, the way he finished. He
yes,
start. Yeah. Yeah.
yes. I think Cleveland would do
I,
that.
I like
And
that. I like that more. I like that more than you know what I mean. Lakers just seem like big dogs that they could get LeBron, but the Swan Song with him, you know, Starting where you finish. I mean, finish where you starting. I like
Yep.
that more. Like that more.
And on top of that, with family, I mean, I don't think we've ever seen anything like that. That I think the only person we
Ever.
saw that with was King Griffey and King Griffey Jr. Like King Griffey
Yeah,
Jr.
yeah.
started at
Baseball.
19 years old in Seattle, and his father is ending it in Seattle. Yeah, that would be
Beautiful.
that would be a beautiful thing, no doubt. That would be a
I'm
beautiful
pushing that. I'm gonna push that because that's what I really want to happen. The last thing I wanted to say is that I just think that, you know what I'm saying, Cam Thomas is the glue in the situation to these rookies. I mean, they're supposed to be point guards and playmakers. They need somebody to pass it to. Cam Thomas developed everything about player development. He developed a catch and shoot. He always had the midi. He developed a 3-point shot. He developed a lot of basketball after the above the 3-point lines. He was everything inside the 3-point line. He had it on lock, and they didn't let him develop that. But I'm just saying that to say, with these new player developing point guards, why not give it to y'all? Pass happy, he shoot happy. Pass, you know what I'm saying? So like,
build the
he's
offense,
he,
build the offense around him. I can get with that. Yeah.
that's all I'm saying. That he's instrumental to these rookies working. He's a second-year player with a Jordy Fernandez at Cam Thomas, so he knows the system. He's one of the last players to be on the roster. Him and Claxton, I think Clowney, but it's only a handful if that. And I'm just saying that to say, you put him at Jordy Fernandez at the vantage point by having somebody who knows the system already, just teaching to rookies the first season, everything is new. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think that I can tell you right now, Breeze. I don't think they're moving off of Cam. But what they're not going to do is they're not going to bid against themselves. That's why they told Cam as a restricted free agent, they'll go out there and see what kind of money is out there for you. Because what we're not going to do is we're not going to overpay for you, only to find out that we didn't have to do that. So they asked him to go out there and see what the market was and come back to us, and then we'll see what we could do. And there hasn't been anything like that. So I don't blame them. But I don't think it's going anywhere. No, I don't.
Nah, thank you for that, Chill. Thank you.
Yes,
for
sir. Absolutely, brother. You know where to find me at.
That. All right.
Hey, I got a question with Fizzy Facts. What does this mean exactly, Fizzy Facts? LeBron has always been overrated. Well, if he's always been overrated in your estimation, where has he been rated in your estimation? If you think he's always been overrated, like always, because that means that he's never been the best player in the game. And when he was the best player in the game, you think he was overrated. When he was in the conversation for being the best player in the game, he was overrated. When he was an all-star, he was overrated. When he was an all-pro, he was overrated. So in your estimation, Fizzy Facts, where do you think James is? Where do you if you think he's overrated, where do you think he properly should be in your estimation? I'm all ears to hear that. I think that with this, I think that with free agency, and with the first week of free agency, we get so wrapped up in teams making moves, right? We get so wrapped up in teams making moves that we forget that there's other things brewing. That's how Drew Holiday, what up, Lee? That's how Drew Holiday ended up getting traded, right? Excuse me. That's how Cat and Julius Randle ended up getting traded. These things, these because of free agency and what happens early, that doesn't necessarily mean, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that these teams are done. It doesn't necessarily mean that no other moves are going to be made. We seen moves made a week before training camp opened. So, I mean, we still got the whole summer, and a lot of GMs are in each other's ears, figuring out what exactly it is that they're interested in doing and what's best for the team. So I'm not in any stretch of the imagination thinking that, because the better players are already off the table, that some trades aren't going to be in the works. Not only are some trades not going to be in the works, teams aren't still looking to sign free agents. I don't think any of that is done. I don't think any of that stuff is done at all. So it is about that time for me, though. It was good to see you guys tonight. Y'all know where to find me. Every morning, 9 a.m. I'm on TikTok. If I'm not there, you can find me right here on the Players Choice Network. Not here, but you can find me on YouTube on the Players Choice Network from 11 to 2. on the panel. If I'm not there, you can find me right here on the Chilltown Hoops Network weeknights. Me and my man Tony Tone, we do it on Tuesday nights. Me and my man Tony Tone on the Chilltown Hoops Network and the Sports Fluent Network. We do it. We do it. And then weeknight on Thursdays and Saturdays, me and my man Big Ox, we do Chill with Chill on the Players Choice Network. So I'm not hard to find, guys. I'm right here. So this is one of the best parts of the season. I will definitely keep you guys informed on what's going on. I will see you guys soon. Until then, put on a suit, drink water, don't drink and drive. Hey, man, call your mother. When's the last time you talked to your mother? Call your mother. I just saw my mother a couple of days ago, and I just talked to her a couple of days ago. So I will talk to you guys soon. But until then, take it light, but take it. Absolutely, man. It was good to see you guys tonight, man. This was good stuff. I enjoyed this, no doubt.